Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another quick pick a card. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, and we're going to be talking about basically your finances 6 months from now, whenever it is that you're watching this video, because this is a timeless reading. So again, based on when you've clicked on this and you're watching it, it's 6 months from this point, and what you need to know about your finances 6 months from now. So we have 4 piles here, and you could choose either based on the images of the crystals on top of the piles or via the crystals I've selected for each pile, or however method you prefer. So for pile 1, we have labradorite. For pile 2, we have malachite. For pile 3, we have bloodstone. And for pile 4, we have dragonstone. So definitely do meditate on the piles, be attracted to how many piles you want, because this is a general reading, so not every card, not every message may resonate for you personally. And I also do want to mention, if you want to help support this channel, if you enjoy this kind of content and you want more, definitely do check out my Patreon link down below, because you'll get access to all kinds of exclusive goodies that you won't get here on my YouTube or any of my other social medias. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and jump into these messages. For those that were attracted to pile 1 here with the labradorite, and I don't know if it's going to come up on screen or not, but the wonderful flash in this particular little piece I have. But we're going to see and figure out what it is you need to know about your finances 6 months from whenever it is you're watching this video right now. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So for our tarot here, we have the Elder of Pentacles, which is like the King of Pentacles. We have basically the King of Swords coming out as well. And we have the Novice of Wands, which is like the, the Knight of Wands. So really interesting. You got a lot of people involved right now when it comes to your finances. You might even have you're definitely looking for higher guidance when it comes to your financial situation. You might even have a financial advisor, or again, just somebody that you really trust is giving their information. You might even have a partner that you're working with in regards to finances. Your finances might have a lot to do with foreign affairs as well, with the Knight of Wands being present as well. But this is definitely signaling a time where you're looking for that higher guidance, and you're learning from the figures around you about what to do when it comes to your finances, especially in regards to either a business that you're running or some sort of legal situation. Let's see what else we have here. We also have Jupiter in Sagittarius with principle, and we have the Moon in Pisces with empathy. We also have coming out for you Milk and Honey, so we'll see what that has to say. And the crystal card that came out for you, this one that you were also potentially attracted to, is barite. So let's see what this message is. So what is it? Barite is a widely occurring brittle sulfate mineral. It is often transparent or creamy white. Sometimes it's icy blue. Beautiful and frosty, desert rose is a calming variety of barite. So who needs it? Anyone who leaves for work each morning with the sinking suspicion that their true destiny is anything but this. Where to put it? Tape to your forehead during meditation. When to use it? When it's way past time to stop saying yes to things that you hate. Ask barite what your true calling is. When, go live it. It will be terrifying, but what's the alternative? Get answers to your biggest questions. So I feel like, especially with this coming up for you guys, the situation here, and might be why when it comes to your finances, you're looking to other people for guidance and inspiration, is because you want to make a big change when it especially comes to how you make your money. Because you're tired of kind of doing something you hate. It's not lighting you up inside. It's like you're waking up every morning and you're fucking already dreading what you're going up to do. It's like, that's not meant for you. You shouldn't have to, again, just work to survive. You should be working to do something that you love to do. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more detail. Let's look at the astrological cards, because these have particular events that are related to them. So these might be what's happening 6 months from now. So let's talk about the Moon in Pisces first and foremost. So this is definitely going to represent your deeper emotional aspects. So When this card appears in a reading, suggests that the questioner has more concern for the feelings of others than for his or her own emotions. The empathy card also indicates a very good feeling for public taste that can be exploited by the development of a new service or product that satisfies a general need, and that can definitely help boost your finances. So events are situations such as a hidden mystery, a powerful dream or a premonition, a tendency to escape from situations through alcohol and drugs, the need to make a sacrifice, an ability to tap into the public mood or taste to one's advantage. So there's something about, again, tapping into the collective energy of people around you to kind of benefit your finances in a way, because you have a natural sense for like what's going to be popular or what's going to be next in style. So bank on that a little bit more. Be a little bit confident with that. So with our Jupiter and Sag, when this card appears in a reading, it will raise a matter of principle or life philosophy that is particularly related to the question. So changing your philosophy or ideas about how you make money, how you live. Okay, and money and your money and your finances is energy. The energy that you project and you call out is what you're going to get back in return. Don't sort of hype it up into anything else other than that. It is literally energy. And what you attract is what you're going to get. And what you project is what you're going to get back in return. So keep that in mind. So the events here are planning a grand tour or world trip, being completely immersed in a new philosophy or religion, conversion, the need to persuade others of a philosophy. And then, of course, we have our milk and honey card here. Let's go ahead and see what it has to say. This is card 51. Which would add up to a 6. So 6 might be a significant number for you guys. So the essential meanings here are the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met, especially if you make a change in your career. So there's only one authentic you. This version of yourself is the spirit's emissary to the world. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north. So look at your north node. Are you currently living your north node's purpose? Do some research into that. Read up about it. I've talked about, Astrology of the Soul, I think is what the book is called. It talks all about your North Node and how to read it, all about what your North Node is. Dive into that because you really need to work more on that. So when you find this direction, you're automatically step into prosperity and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. Exactly. The moment that you start making the conscious choice to actually follow what lights you up inside, what brings you joy, what is your life's purpose, your true north, that is when the true abundance that you deserve and that you will have will just flourish in your life. You might want to carry around a bird as a lucky charm. Like a bird charm, because I'm looking at it here. That might help you. Also pay attention to clairaudient messages that you hear, because that will help you for sure. So that is everything I'm seeing here for this little reading, this little update on your finances 6 months from now. It really depends on you and if you decide to make this shift and this change for sure, because that will greatly improve your finances moving into the future. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you want more, definitely do subscribe, comment down below. And if you want to help support the channel and get even more exclusive content, do check out my Patreon down below. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those that were attracted to pile 2 here with the malachite, or you're attracted to this crystal here, we're going to go ahead and see what it is you need to know about your finances 6 months from now, from whenever it is you're watching this video. So let's see what's going on for you. So we have the Emperor. We have the 3 of Swords. And we have the Four of Swords. So yeah, 6 months from now, you might be going through kind of a rough patch with your finances. Something that particularly came to mind is maybe somebody you trusted, maybe you're in a relationship, kind of screws you over. Maybe they asked for money and then they never gave the money back, or you were kind of swindled in a way or something. A pyramid scheme, maybe. So just be very, very careful what you're trusting in. We have 2 4s coming out here as well. So really look up and read about the numerology of 4 and what that means for you. You might be seeing 4 synchronicities. You really need to pay attention also to the warnings and messages you're getting through your dreams, because I feel like subconsciously you're already picking up on this before it even occurs and happens. You need to take control of your own finances. Make sure nobody else is controlling your finances but you. So again, don't be lending a bunch of money at this time. Don't be trusting other people with your money. You are your own boss. You are the emperor, and you need to be owning your own shit. Do not be passing it on to other people, in a sense, in this time period right now, because there could be a person maybe around you who is trying to, again, swindle you, or a situation like that. That's just what I'm getting off the cards here. Let's see what else we have here. We also have Saturn in Pisces with loss. Yeah, you could definitely be, that might be also another thing where it's like this loss has already occurred by this point. So it's like you're actually going and seeking out other people to help try to reclaim your power, for one. And also you might need kind of like support, financial support from somebody else in order to recover from this situation, but you can recover from it. You're definitely going to fucking recover from this loss, this money loss, because we got the Sun in Leo with Fortune. And from this particular deck, this is like one of the best cards to get. So the return of your fortune is definitely going to come around. It could be maybe like your bank account gets hacked or something like that. Anything along those lines could be occurring around this time period. I know that's not what you want to hear, but to be forewarned is better to have sunshine blown up your ass. Okay, that's just how I'm going to put it. Just be aware of this. Again, it's all in your power to change and shift this energy. We also have all those glitters is not gold. Yeah. Again, you might be seeing an opportunity, you think it's better than what it is, and you invest in it, and it just fucks you over royally. Or it could be that I don't know, we'll see. But you guys were choosing this pile because maybe you were also attracted to this crystal. So we're going to start off with this. And this is jasper. There's so many different types of jasper. I love jasper. So what is it? Jasper describes a huge variety of opaque quartz stones. From Picasso jasper, I'm going to be prolific, to Mookite jasper, I'm going to lay low and power up. I have a piece of that. To red jasper, you're going to want to move out of my way. These earthy babies help align us to our core powers. So who needs it? Air sign city folk. So you might be an air sign yourself. Where to put it? Wherever you are when you'd rather be barefoot, pulling vibes from the earth below. Think white sand, green grass, yoga mat. When to use it? When you want to get back into your body after a stressful work week, a long flight, or a lit meditation session. Strengthen your foundation. So again, you're going to want to be focusing on your foundation and rebuilding that. Reestablishing it. Making smarter choices here. So let's talk about our astrological cards here. So let's talk about the Saturn in Pisces first. So with it here, when this card is chosen in reading, it indicates a loss of some kind, but it may be worth thinking about what is really concerned here. Could it be that the inquirer is really worrying about someone else's loss, not their own? The particular events here is a feeling of loss, situations involving hospitals or health clinics. So maybe like that's what you're kind of out of a bit of money because of some health situation. Working in the field of complementary therapies, counseling others, developing interests in the occult. And then we have that Sun in Leo, which again is a really great card here. There is an element of game playing when this card appears in a reading. It denotes that whatever has gone before had a long-term strategy in which each move was countered with a new problem to solve. The inquirer accepted the challenge each time and surmounted it. So that's the key. You just have to surmount this challenge again, and it will pay off. When the fortune card appears with cards that are less auspicious, it has the power to lessen any negatives in a reading. So again, this loss really won't be as bad as it seems because you have this here as well. So the events here is a grand successful plan, great show or achievement, receiving recognition, a creative success, exhibition of talents, successful offspring, a love affair. Ooh, love affair. That's interesting here. Again, I feel like, yeah, you're not going to be happy about whatever the loss is, but it's going to work out in your favor in the long run, especially if you make the conscious choice to learn from it and just admit, like, you know what, I fucked up, or, you know, this fucked up situation happened to me. I'm not going to keep dwelling on it. I'm going to keep, pushing and moving forward, and again, strengthen your foundation. So the essential meanings of the All That Glitters is a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. So the prosperity message here is sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. Again, pyramid scheme. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you'll experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. Damn. Oh, shit. Again, listen to your dreams. Listen to the messages that are coming through. Your intuition will not guide you astray. Wow. Really interesting reading right here. So if this resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below what you thought about it. And of course, if you'd like to help support this channel further, get access to more exclusive content, do check out my Patreon link down below. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. All right, for those that chose pile 3 here with the Bloodstone, we're going to go ahead and see what is going on 6 months from whenever it is you're watching this video, what is happening with your finances. So let's see what we got here. You guys got a lot of additional cards. So we have the Elemental of Wands, which is like the Page of Wands. Oh boy, we got the 10 of Wands. We also have the Judgment card. Wow. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And we have the 4 of Cups. So what I'm getting here is obviously there is an end of a phase here. You're feeling the call to work on something else. You are a heavy, strong worker. You're working more in your craft. You're learning more. But there is something here for you guys where it's like financially, I don't feel like you're struggling really. It's like, again, it's like, would you love more money? Of course you would love more money, but it's not like you don't have money. You're like comfortable right now. But there's something more going on here. There is a bigger opportunity that you don't see, you're not realizing yet, that is right under your nose for even greater abundance. And the key to it here is identifying what you are passionate about and going into your past. It may even be going as far back into a past life or just reviewing your childhood. But there's a call here, a larger calling. And again, you got to kind of release some of the heavy burdens and the responsibilities that you've been holding on to for a while here in order to claim it. And then it's like you will have some opportunity here to really, like, I feel like get a lucky windfall when it comes to money and finances, where it's like you'll get like some extra money because of your hard work and like really banking on maybe a side hustle or something. Maybe you're going to start a side hustle for yourself that is going to align more with your soul. Some of you could definitely be in school still studying, but it's never, the moment is now to go ahead and jump onto that, starting that side hustle. Why wait? So let's see what else we have here. We also have Saturn in Libra with devotion. And we have Mercury in Libra with influence. Wow, heavy Libra energy here. So partnership. Maybe you're going to be joining in partnership with somebody else. Maybe that's the opportunity you don't realize. We have, look at that. We got deeper knowing. Exactly. Like you guys have an inherent deeper knowing and feeling and sense here that you need to go after this thing. And part of it is just educating yourself more on it so you feel a little bit more confident about it. Because you don't like to, I get the sense of like jumping into something without like knowing your shit. We also have here, you were attracted to this crystal, which of course is black tourmaline. So let's read about it. So black tourmaline. What is it? Grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from a case of the crazies and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and all the zombies out there. Who needs it? Everyone needs it. And I completely agree. Where to put it? Beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out, on your person, in your pocket, everywhere. I totally do take black tourmaline with me every single day when I go, especially to my work, because like I have a part-time job that I do as well, in addition to all this. And it is a part-time job where it's like, yeah, black tourmaline is highly fucking important to carry around with you. But when to use it? Anytime you take public transportation, find yourself in a crowd, or hear that sucking sound of a coworker / family member / malignant demon taking more from you than they are giving back. Protect your light, protect your energy, because again, you have something that's starting to hatch, something that's starting to grow. I feel like again, that call is starting and you want to really invest and protect it. So let's talk about our astrological cards here. It's really interesting that we have such heavy Libra energy here. So let's talk about the Mercury in Libra with influence. So when this card is drawn, it suggests that the inquirer should take a second opinion from a respected colleague about the present question. So, and again, that's you educating yourself more, getting that second opinion. Events, being tempted by others, a group venture, needing others' good advice, a renewed relationship that blossoms, the inspiration of a hero. Interesting. And then we have the Saturn in Libra. So with that energy being present, it is saying, in a reading, this card indicates the danger that the questioner may, in a desire to please all, promise more than he or she can possibly achieve. That is so the Ten of Wands. Overextending yourself, promising people that you'll do this for that, this and that for them, and like overworking yourself when you really need to be focusing on your calling. Because again, that is the opportunity you need to go after. You're expending your energy too much all over the place, and you need to regroup and restart a little bit. And you inherently, you know this to be true. So, this results in a hopeless situation of attempting to meet obligations that cannot be successfully completed. So events are taking part in a legal case, drawing up an agreement of importance, a relationship with a great age difference, a long-lasting marriage. Very interesting. So then we're going to talk about our deep knowing card. So this is 43. So with it here, we're going to read about it and see what its essential meanings are first, which is intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. So this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them, take the risk, and act. Within you, there is an oracle consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Exactly. Again, finding yourself in a crowd or hearing the sucking sound of a coworker, family member, big demon talking more from you than they are giving to you. Exactly. You're expending your energy too much everywhere else, and you're not listening enough within yourself. So that's what you need to do. Again, overall, I don't feel like your finances are bad or anything. It's just you have the potential to achieve even more, but you're not listening to yourself. And again, you're expending too much of your energy and your time on other people is what I'm getting here. So that is everything I'm seeing for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below. And of course, if you'd like more exclusive content, extra content, all kinds of fun goodies, definitely do check out my Patreon down below. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one. All right, for those that were attracted to the fourth and final pile here with the Dragonstone, we're going to go ahead and jump into your cards and see what it is you need to know about your finances 6 months from whenever it is you're watching this video right now. So, let's look at all your tarot cards. You got a bunch of them. We have the Five of Wands, arguing with groups of people, being in competitions with others. We also have the Hierophant here. Rethinking definitely traditional institutions, philosophies. Maybe you're in school, maybe you're studying. We also have the Initiate of Wands, which is basically like the Queen of Wands. We also have Temperance, more Sagittarius energy. And we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like you could be winning something. You could be getting some sort of public recognition, especially because you overcame and you won a competition through your natural charisma. You have really good charisma. You're well balanced. You're a hard worker. You can turn lead into gold because you have the alchemist's touch. But again, the key is to always stay balanced and to stay fair. Do not get caught up in other people's dramas and bickering. Stay in your lane and everything will manifest beautifully. Understand how to bend the rules and when to stick to the rules. I also feel like it's important here. Again, I'm not really feeling like anything is particularly bad with your finances at this point. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Moon in Scorpio with power. Ooh, interesting, spicy. So definitely there could be maybe like inheritance of some sort coming in from family as well. We also have the Jupiter and Gemini bluff. Fake it till you make it. That is totally something you guys can benefit from. We also have Never Ending Story. And lastly, you were attracted potentially to this particular crystal, which happens to be Libyan gold tektite. So what is it? It's a 28 million year old Saharan desert glass only found in, you guessed, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow but far from mellow. Who needs it? The navel gazing and brooding, binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the street with some extra swagger. Cancers. So, where to put it? Hold Libyan gold tektite or this card at your will center, just above the navel, and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery, beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to the burning desire to binge watch the day away. When to use it? When your get up and go has ghosted you. Banish your blahs. So yes, this is all about empowering your solar plexus chakra for sure. And yes, it's like you need to sit down and you need to make a goals list of what it is you want to achieve. And guess what? The moment you do it, you can achieve it. And you will get that success because, again, you have that charisma. You know, you have the witch of the deck here. Don't be egotistical. Don't become vain or anything like that. But again, recognize your talents and use them to your advantage because it will bring people of interest towards you. So let's talk about our astrological cards here. We'll start with the Scorpio Moon, which is really interesting. I've never actually read this particular card, so let's see what it has to say. So when this card is drawn, it usually involves emotional fireworks, passion or hate, enthusiasm or indifference. There's rarely a middle ground. Often this card indicates an inheritance that could radically change life. Wow. So events are powerful emotional situations, a secret suddenly revealed, psychological problems, an inheritance, love turning to hate, or vice versa. Again, maybe somebody you were in competition with actually becomes a love interest, but or vice versa. But let's go ahead and also talk about the never-ending story here. So let's see. This is card 37. The essential meanings are self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama. Stay away from the unnecessary dramas. When it comes to your prosperity, stay balanced. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling this story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all about guaranteed. You can do it. Oh, I just realized I didn't read the Jupiter in Gemini, literally. And I feel like, well, there's a reason why that happened. You had to hear this message before you could hear this message. So now we're going to talk about that one. So Jupiter in Gemini has to say here, in a reading, this card indicates a need to throw oneself into unfamiliar situation or challenge and use one's wits to bluff through the first stage. Again, the awkwardness, the self-sabotaging, bluff through that shit. This is not as dishonest an approach as it sounds. A brain surgeon has to make the first operation as confidently as if it were the 15th. So events are a situation in which one has to impress others with knowledge. Makes sense. Discussions about business or legal affairs, a lecture or talk to a group or society. Again, I feel like if you guys just, again, you put on the air like you are confident, you obviously know what you're doing, even though inside you might be self-criticism, you might be self-doubting. If you project and you tell yourself, no, I am, it will be bringing you all kinds of success and bounty for sure. You got to be confident. You got to embrace your power here. So that is everything I'm seeing here for you guys. Again, I don't really feel like your financial situation is particularly bad 6 months from now. But again, there's an opportunity here for you to grow it even more if you're willing to be that confident version of yourself, even if you have to bluff it. All right? Especially in front of other people. So with that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, that you found it helpful and insightful. And of course, if you would like more exclusive content and more pick-a-cards, definitely do check out my Patreon link down below. It helps support this channel and the continued production of these videos. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.